What's going on, everybody? It's me, Mark. If you haven't, please hit the like button and subscribe and leave a comment and do all the YouTube stuff so we can make me rich. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So if you haven't, beware of spoilers. There's going to be spoilers. I'm going to talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So spoilers, and just sit back and stay tuned after the credits. The intro. Stay tuned after the intro. So what's going on, everybody? As usual, I'm back again with another nerdy video on blurography, and we're just gonna talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm gonna talk about what I like and what I didn't like, and just kind of some of the things I found interesting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do episode by episode breakdown, but I kind of missed the ball on WandaVision, trying to start up the channel, and now that I'm starting to get in the flow of things, maybe I'll use this as an opportunity to do episode by episode breakdown alongside all the other cosplay things I have planned. I'm still working on an intro video. Jesus, like, why is that taking me so long? I need to get in front of the camera and talk about what the channel is about. But whatever. There'll be more cosplay stuff coming. I have a ton of cosplay stuff coming. So just hold on. I'm trying to get these quick videos out of the way so I can get to the bigger videos. That's going to take a little bit more time to get together. So I'm going to start out with what I like about it. You start out the episode with Sam, known as the Falcon. He hasn't been one of my favorite characters, but he's starting to grow on me now that he has his solo series. He's not in Captain America's shadow anymore. He's supposed to be Captain America, but we're getting more into that in the video. But to start out the episode, you get this amazing action scene with Falcon going on a military mission, taking on, I forget the name of the villain, but he takes on a little enemy in their little wingsuits, and he has his Falcon suit that I found out is actually in the comics made of Wakandan vibranium, so there's that factor. We'll get into that later in another video. But yeah, so he's showing off his aerobatics and his skills in the sky and his tech, and just flying around the place, owning all the guys in their little wingsuits and taking down helicopters, and his Red Wing, the little drone, which I love. Just doing him. He's just doing him. I hate to take a dated phrase and bring it into this, but he was going ham in the air, and I liked it. All the cool aerobatics in the sky, and just how he uses his wingsuit. That was a great opening scene, and it was crazy. It was fantastic. I liked how they're laying in grief and the aftermath of the blip into WandaVision and now the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Obviously, if you watch the first episode, you can see that Falcon is dealing with certain issues that I'm definitely going to talk about in this video. But he's dealing with certain issues after coming back from the blip and being out of existence for 5 years. Same thing with Bucky. Not only he's dealing with that, but he's dealing with, well, actually, he's more dealing with the aftermath of him being a mind control subject and just being the Winter Soldier. And all the grief, because he remembers everything that he did, even though it was of his own control. He remembers everything. So how they tied that in with the blip, and how everyone's dealing with the world after, Endgame and everything like that, they tied in with WandaVision, and just showing that level of humanity that we all went through this one thing, and this is how we're all dealing with it. Kind of like we're going through something now that we all kind of have to deal with, but whatever. So I do like that little aspect about the show, that they're bringing grief and depression and mental health as a big issue that people have to deal with, especially the heroes. You save the world, you have to deal with the aftermath of doing that, having the world looming on your shoulders, having mantles passed down to you. Speaking of having mantles passed down to you, another thing I like is that they show that Sam is really dealing with the concept of becoming the new Captain America. Of course, at the end of Endgame, he gets the shield from he gets the shield from Capt, and he says, this belongs to you. And he said, it doesn't feel like it belongs to me, it belongs to someone else. And Capt is like, nah, bro, you Captain America now. Just be Captain America. And you got wings. Like, just do that. And you start out the episode where he goes back to Washington, D.C. and gives the government back Cap's shield because he said it belongs to someone else. He's being honorable about it, but at the same time, he's really weighing with this decision of holding that mantle and trying to be his own man and still winning the world and coming back from the blip. It's just it's a lot of amazing things. I love the overall action scenes of both Falcon and the Winter Soldier have their own action scene. Unfortunately, episode 1, they don't team up. They just tell their individual backstories, which I love that they gave that the backstories. I find it funny that Bucky is being taken care of by the government. He got a little 1-bedroom studio apartment and he's sleeping on the floor and he's like going through PTSD and he has a full pardon and he's just like going to therapy for free, but yet the Falcon, Sam, him and his sister can't get a bank loan. Let's talk about that. So, another thing I like that what Disney is doing, what Marvel Studios is doing with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is that they're making it more humanized. I hate to say that they're bringing race into it because it's more than race. I feel like I don't want to just say race. They're bringing the humanity of what people have to go through, what everyday Americans have to go through. You are an Avenger, you were blipped out of existence for 5 years, you come back, it's 3 months after you came back, you're trying to restart your life, you find your family is aged because they still live and they still have to manage, and you try to make money, you make money. And you go into a bank and you try to get a bank loan and you can't because you didn't exist for 5 years. And it's like, how can you have income when you didn't exist? And it's just like, you have a white bank manager and he's there, he's all geeking out about Sam being there, and he's the Falcon dude with the wings. He's getting selfies, but he can't get a bank loan. But you can get a selfie though. I find that hilarious, but at the same time, I find it like just ironic that they have to deal with a blip, you have to deal with a Pangea, they have to deal with institutionalized racism, we have to deal with institutionalized racism, and just how they're making it seem like Bucky, on the one hand, is being taken care of, he got a pardon for his crimes, he murdered people, he's walking around free. Like, oh, no problem, you were brain controlled, but you're white. So that makes you right. And then Sam, on the other hand, he's trying to get a bank loan, and then Wanda, I don't know, first of all, how does an android who's never had income get a plot of land to build a house on, but the black man can't go to the bank and get a bank loan, and then Wanda imaginaries a house together and walks out and flies away after she traumatized a city full of thousands of people and their kids, and they all mad at her, but they're like, whatever, she can go scot-free. She's white. But Sam can't get a bank loan. I find that hilarious. Also, I find it equally hilarious, just, breaking the fourth wall for a minute, how real world people are reacting to that and complaining to Disney and Marvel about having that scene, and I find it funny, but maybe we can get to that in another video. Going back to what else I liked about it, that was a real weird tangent, but going back to what else I liked about it, they set up a lot. They're bringing back Zemo, they're bringing in the Flag Smashers and the Super Soldier Serum, and it's just back to Marvel. Like, WandaVision was this weird kind of departure from the norm of Marvel. Hey, let's have layers upon mystery. Let's mind fuck the audience. Let's do this, let's do that, let's do all these magical things we've never done before. But with Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's straight up Marvel movie, what you expect. Like, matter of fact, after watching the first episode, I rewatched The Winter Soldier, and it's an action spy kind of tech thriller. You know what you get. It's Agatha all along. It's straightforward, what you expect. You don't have to think about it too hard. Now getting into what I didn't like about it, just overall, it's 6 episodes, even though they're about 49, 50 plus minutes each. There are only 6 episodes, at least with WandaVision. Even though every episode varied in time, we got 9 episodes. So I'm just wondering, how are they gonna, is this gonna be like a 6-part kind of movie? Is this their version of the Justice League Snyder Cut? Is this Avengers 3.5 or Captain America 3.5? I don't know, but I am interested to see. It was a good story. It was enough there to keep me intrigued. I definitely want to see more of the relationship between Bucky and Sam once that happens. And I just want to see where it goes. You know, obviously with Pangea going on, we're all itching for new content, and we would just want to see more. I think that's my only complaint so far about the show, that it's only 6 episodes, and I already want to see more of this. The Don Cheadle cameo was good. Seems like he's going to come back as War Machine later on. It seems like they have potential to maybe introduce new characters, some Foxy characters maybe, but we'll see. And I'm just curious to see how it goes. Also, just a side note, I find this funny. At the end of the episode, when the government unveils the new version of Captain America, is it me or does the new version, I'm gonna put a picture, but is it me or does the new version of Captain America look like, you know, Captain America if he was a Trump supporter? And, you know, imagine him storming the Capitol on June 6th too. So I just found that a little funny. He looks a little Trumpy to me, but not to be political. Maybe there's something behind it. Maybe, we'll see. We will see, but we'll find out Friday. We'll all find out Friday and see where it goes and just see what happens next. So if you haven't already, so let me know what you think. What are your questions, comments, and concerns after watching episode 1 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you see some of the messages they're trying to say with? Do you see some of the stories they're trying to tell by having certain racial issues be a factor? Does it bother you? If it does bother you, but if it bothers you, like, let me know why. Does that one particular scene bother you? If it doesn't bother you, let me know why. What do you think about them dealing with mental health and mental issues and PTSD and just the aftermath of the blip? Like, one thing I definitely wanted to see after Endgame is how not only everyday people, but the superheroes who were blip and who weren't blip dealt with that, because that's such a huge thing. You saw your colleagues and your warriors, your fellow warriors just disappear in front of you, and then you fight and come back and y'all triumphantly win the day, but at a great cost. A lot was lost that can never get gained back. A lot of people who disappeared for 5 years will never get that 5 years back. You know, time spent with family, work, money, just the whole world suffered. You know, technology stalled for 5 years. There's a lot of questions that I need answered from this blip, and they're slowly putting in the pieces, letting us figure it out as they go along with Phase 4. So I'm happy to go along this new MCU journey. I like that it's coming to streaming services, and you know, they're doing, you know, episodic TV shows. I'm a big TV person. Some people are movie people. I'm a big TV person, and we're in the golden age of TV, and streaming has definitely helped that. So again, just let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't, please subscribe and leave a like, share the video, do all the YouTube things, and get ready for the next video. I'm out. Bye.